In the description under each video there is a link to the LGBT dating Telegram channel. Subscribe and find your other half in life.
The elevator doors then opened, we exchanged a last look and then we got out of there under curious and attentive gazes. I didn't even look to the sides, and Lauren as always did the same. I loved that imposing posture she carried, as if everyone around her were mere mortals, and she a goddess who would never inhabit in the same place as them. Her presence had a powerful air that moved everyone around her, including me. She was divine. Camilla? I heard her voice ahead, waking me from my thoughts. Yes, I spoke in front of her door. I left a note for you on top of your desk, and I wanted to tell you that you were amazing, like I always thought you were. Lauren said, winking at me. I smiled and let her enter, walking towards my desk. It was so crazy how everything was happening. On one day we were arguing and provoking each other, and now this? I sat at my desk, noticing a small flower on it. Surprised, I picked up the red rose in the small envelope. I took the note out of the black envelope, and with a well-delineated and more than known letters, was written, "We have a dinner tonight, leave early. I'll pick you up at 10 p.m. And Miss Cabello, this is not a request, it's an order." L.J. Could Lauren be more perfect? Camilla's POV. It was almost 8 p.m., and I was still standing in front of those 3 dresses outstretched on the bed. I looked closely at the 3 of them, trying to decide which Lauren would like to see me wearing. Knowing her tastes, I would bet her answer to be one single word. None. I smiled before my ideas of imagining her saying that, with that mischievous and daring smile, accompanied by her greenish iris in a darker tone. Today our day had been different. Working in Yaregwi's industry had never been so pleasurable. After the mind-blowing occurrence in the elevator this morning, my mood was at 1,000. God, Lauren could make me lose my mind. How many cameras in that elevator had recorded us in that way? It wasn't good to think about it. Making the building's security personnel happy wasn't among my intentions. I shook my head with the possibility in which Lauren didn't seem to mind one bit as she made me hers like that. That I confessed to have loved. I loved her like this. Arrogant, dominant and powerful. I surrendered myself easily at her orders, despite the effort I made to resist. I couldn't. She had an unimaginable power over me. Her eyes mesmerized me slowly, leaving me at the mercy of her will. And I had no choice but to accept. God, you haven't decided yet? In a few you have to go. I heard Allie walking into the room, awaking me from my thoughts. I can't choose which one is the best. What do you think? I think that for Lauren it doesn't matter. What she really wants is to see you without clothes. Dinah said, walking in behind Allie. I let out a laugh when I heard her. Dinah, you are always so delicate. Allie spoke, staring at the 3 dresses. You should go with this one. The woman said, pointing to the back dress with lace details. Why did you choose this one? Let's say it fits well the occasion. Lauren seems to like black, and this dress is very sexy. Wear high heels and black stockings. Allison giving advice on how to be sexy. I never thought I would see that. Dinah said, throwing herself in bed. I have my secrets, Jane. Allie spoke, feigning mystery. Someone call Allison, please, my friend was abducted. Get away from me in the name of Jesus, whoever you are. Dinah spoke, doing the cross sign with her fingers. Allie and I started laughing out loud. I don't know what would be of me without you girls. Nothing, honey, you would be nothing. Dinah spoke cockily. Mila, don't waste time, just go get ready. Yep, you better not waste time, you still have a lot to do today. Dinah, don't start, Allie spoke quickly. I'm referring to Imperium, or have you two forgotten that today is Carla's day? God, I had completely forgotten about it. My relationship with Lauren was making me lose my mind to the point where I forgot about my commitments. For a moment, knowing that that day Carla would dance at Imperium made me happy. Had Lauren forgotten about it, or she simply didn't want to go? Her disinterest on the stripper, or better, on me, was at least comforting. I just didn't know how I would escape this one. My agreements with Candetza were always very punctual. She didn't tolerate non-appearances, except in very serious cases. Damn it, what do I do now? You should have thought about that before. Jesus, that woman is really driving you crazy. I walked from one side to the other worrying about what I should do. I couldn't cancel with Lauren, I didn't want to cancel with her. But I also couldn't leave Candetza hanging. God, for a moment I wished that Carla would just disappear from my life. But how to disappear with a part of you? One of the problems of having a double life is that at some point the paths could cross. And you would have to make the right choices. Go to dinner, we'll talk with Candetza, we'll make something up. Allie proposed quickly. I was surprised. Allison never meddled between Carla's affairs. According to her, the less people knew the better. Okay, I'll go get ready. I was somewhat confused. Lauren had never in all this time missed one single performance of Carla. And was she going to now do it for me? If so, I could consider her intentions important and serious. Lauren was increasingly making me more attached to her. Mila? -1 heard Allie shout from the other side of the door. Yes? Pedro just intercomed to say that there's a driver waiting for you downstairs. It must be Alfred. That's him, he's downstairs waiting for you. Lauren always very humble, right? Dinah said, laughing. Always. I spoke, leaving the bathroom. I was ready. I had gone with Allie's choice. I wore the black tight dress that had lace details on the chest and shoulders area. My legs were covered by stockings that were suspended by a garter belt, which could only be seen if someone lifted the dress, in this case, Lauren. I used light makeup, highlighting my eyes and lips, and on my feet black high heels. I looked at myself in the mirror for the last time before grabbing my bag. And modesty aside, I was sexy. Very sexy. Good luck, Mila, Allie said, holding my hand. A good night, I say, Dinah said, leading me to the door. As I got out of the building, Lauren's black Mercedes was parked at the entrance. Alfred, punctual as always, was standing beside it. When he saw me, he smiled at me, formally opening the door for me to get in. Good evening, Alfred, I spoke as I approached him. Good evening, Miss Cabello. I entered the car, feeling Lauren's strong scent spread all over it. Her presence made itself vibrant even without her being close. Where are we going, Alfred? The man looked at me through the rearview mirror to then answer. To the Ritz-Carlton. Miss Yaregui is already waiting for you. Lauren really wasn't modest. Ritz-Carlton was the most expensive hotel of Miami. And it had one of the most luxurious restaurants in the area. Within minutes, Alfred was parking the imported car in front of the huge and powerful building. The man quickly got out and ran towards my door to open it. "Welcome, ma'am. Have a good night." I just nodded. A tall young man with red hair approached me. "Good evening, miss. Do you have a reservation?" he asked.
Thank you so much for your rating of the video. Please give me a thumbs up so I can continue with renewed vigor. Thank you.